Developing tonight, Denver's McNichols building is getting a $6 million makeover. No, not that McNichols. The old sports arena has been gone for almost 2 decades. It's actually this one. It's in Civic Center Park, and you've likely never noticed it. 7 News reporter Marshall Zelinger is live in Civic Center Park. And Marshall, you found out few people actually know what's going on in there.
Those who know the building as McNichols just happen to work across the street here at the City and County building. We found some city employees at the Wellington Webb building who actually know what go on inside McNichols and that it's not just a name to be confused with the old sports arena for the Avs and Nuggets.
Drives in, layup is up, bank good.
When I say McNichols, this is what most often comes to mind. But the sports arena was torn down in 1999 to make way for New Mile High. So I'm trying to find McNichols. Do you know where that is?
McNichols, it's not called that anymore. It's a Pepsi Center.
So we understand the confusion when we ask for McNichols, and not everyone knows this is now McNichols. Have you ever noticed this building before?
You know, if I did, I can't remember.
You know, this is one of those interesting buildings that I think that was vacant for such a long time that it became kind of a ghost building.
Brian Kitts works for Denver Arts and Venues, which until recently had offices in McNichols. But they're kicked out, while their home, which also hosts weddings and art exhibits, gets $6 million in renovations.
Anybody who's rehabilitated an old house in Congress Park or Washington Park knows exactly what it takes to get something up to code.
$6 million doesn't go as far as you'd think. A freight elevator to be more efficient for caterers and exhibits, a more open, handicap-accessible entryway, and new HVAC and electrical. We're trying to find McNichols. It turns out, though, if you work across the street from McNichols, you know what it is.
This building right here.
If you didn't work in that building, would you know that's McNichols?
Probably not.
If you didn't work for the city, would you know what this building is?
Absolutely not.
They just aren't sure what happens inside.
Part of the goal is going to give the building an identity.
Quick history, this building was Denver's first library in 1910, then was home to the Denver Water Board in the 50s. So how many people actually use this known, unknown building? Well, in the last few years, since late 2012, it's had more than 100,000 visitors for events. That's the equivalent of about 6 or 7 sold-out games at Old McNichols Sports Arena. Reporting live, Marshall Zelinger, 7 News.
So where's the money coming from? Mostly from bonds approved by voters back in 2007. $5.5 million was part of a $60 million package to update Betcher Concert Hall under one condition: if the symphony could raise $30 million, which it failed to do. Now the city is using the money for other improvement projects across Denver.